Assalamu alaikum, my dear learners. I hope all of are well today. I have come here to say something about how to learn English. This is the most important topics nowadays because most of the students wants to learn English, but they are very much afraid of learning English. So why do they afraid English? We have come here to say something here. So today we are enjoying our class as a we here I will discuss these topics randomly, but at first I have to say all of my students, please try to learn English because there are many reasons we give importance on learning English. At first I will say how can we learn English. So my dear learners and listeners, please listen carefully because this is a very most important for you, and I hope that we will be encouraged to learn English from here. So at first, if we want to learn any language, we have to acquire 4 skills. If you want to learn any English without any English, I don't say that only English, but if you want to learn any language, we have to acquire 4 skills about that language. That is, first one is listening, then in speaking, then reading and writing. So I hope all of you will understand why listening is at first come, because say whenever a child born in a family, he can't speak actually. At first he listen what his father, what its mother says, and his family members. He listens carefully. After few months he tries to utter some words, such as we can say, if we say baba baba baba, then he will also pronounce this word baba. So think critically that listening is most important, but in our country most of the teachers do not speak in English in their class. As a result, our learners are deprived of learning English. They also think that that is the way of learning English. We have to memorize some rules, we have to memorize some rules and regulation by which we can present our writing in classroom and we will pass. But this is a false idea, and this is a false idea about this language, and as a result most of the students cannot learn English properly. So think about it properly, that listening is the most important. I say most of the time, one of my once I told my students that if you are able to listen anything properly, you can catch these words in your memory, then you will be able to deliberate it with your partners. So suppose your teacher is speaking in the classroom by using this language, and you are listening. At first you can't understand whole lectures, but every day, suppose every day your teacher is speaking in the same language, then what will happen? Day by day your listening power will be increased. Then you will try to deliver that language on your own language. So this is the most important. I will say today that most of the students should be more engaged in listening, then he will try to speak in English, because after listening you have to try to speak. And whenever you will say something and you will try to listen something, then you will try to deliver it in your own language. So my first advice to everyone, please, you should advise your learners to listen something carefully. Here the students can listen BBC News, he can also listen many movies, he can also listen to many lectures of teachers, and he try to deliberate this, and he try to listen it attentively so that he can catch the meaning of this language. So I will suggest from here, the most of the students will be very much encouraged that they will try to speak in English, but at first they should give their attention to listening what their teacher says, or what is his lectures person says something. This is the most important and vital rules for every listeners, and this is the very much important actually, I will say. And after that you will try to speak, and you should try to speak in English with your partner. Most of the students of our country feel very shy whenever say something in English, and he thinks, so what will another person say if I make any mistakes with any person? Please I will request everyone, try to speak what you want to know, what you want to express in in English. Although it can be mistaken, although it can be wrong, but you should say, you should have a bold in your mind that I can say anything in English. So there is a already we have known a proverb that man learns through mistakes. At first you will also make a mistake, but these mistakes will learn you something better than previous, because gradually day by day you will increase your power of speaking. But if we don't say any words, if you don't utter any pronunciation, if you don't utter any sentence, what will happen? We will be not able to speak in English. Whenever you will be able to deliver everything in English, then you will be able to deliver that will come in your questions paper, such as your paragraph, your application, your essays. Everything will be written by you. I assure you, most of my students, please try to speak, try to listen English properly. And there is a space also that why are you learning English? This is the most important questions. Actually, why? There are many countries such as Chinese, Korean, Japanese, many countries they do not give much emphasis on learning English as we give, because they are very much developed country. They do not help. They do not take any help from foreigner countries. But as a developing countries, we have to learn it, because we have to go to abroad for higher education. So most of the books of higher education are written in English. We have to go to the developed country to take help from them, such as assistance from them, economical or anything. So we need to learn English. Otherwise, to learn any English, any language, it is the most important for any students. So I will advise from this today. So at first you should give your attention to listening something, then you will try to speak something, and gradually you will read, because there is a sequence of learning. So from this video, I hope that all of you will try to understand how can we express ourselves, or what we want to say in English. And gradually, I hope if you try at home, with your friends, with your friend circles, with your family members, then gradually your skill will be developed. So please, my dear students, follow my advice and try to speak in English what you want to say. It can be simple language, it can be very easy language for you, but it doesn't matter for you, because most of the teacher will say that you have to correct your pronunciation. But I don't say that, because pronunciation is not most vital matter at first. Whenever you will be able to express your mind, express your feelings in English, gradually your pronunciation will be developed. So from this video, I hope all of you will take your action from this day, that I will be able to speak in English if I follow this criteria. And gradually from this channel, I will try my best to learn you English in a simple way, not in a difficult way, not in a critical language. I will suggest everyone, please try to follow my advice and try what you want to say. So from the next video, we will try to give more idea about learning English. And I hope that you will, if you follow this, and you will be able to develop your skill in English. So today's is I will take leave from here, and I hope that all of you will try to follow me. And if you think that sir is giving something valuable, please follow me and subscribe my channel, and give me some inspiration, so that I can be inspired, and in future I can deliver my speech to you, for you, so that you can also learn from me something. So please keep well and give me support from you. Allah Hafiz.